What do 50 Shades of Grey and Green Eggs and Ham have in common? Apart from the fact that they're both books. Okay, we know that. Let's go a bit deeper, guys. That's what she said. Okay. So what do 50 Shades of Grey and Green Eggs and Ham have in common? They both encourage people who can barely read to try new things. Get it? It's a jab at people who don't read so well. So make sure you can read, guys. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck listening to these podcasts for the rest of your life. Ha! Yeah. Green Eggs and Ham. I like that book. Would you chain me to a bed? Would you pour wax on my head? I will whip you here and there. I will whip you everywhere. Sorry, that's a bit of a rendition of Green Eggs and Ham, 50 Shades style. Anyway, let's hop to it. Our Korean lesson for today. Now, you may have seen this before. This is a little bit of revision. Now, remember yesterday I was talking about learning phrases to help you engage with perhaps the opposite gender. Yes, or not necessarily, but just making new friends. So apart from saying you look great, which is 멋지네요. Yeah, you look great. Okay, so apart from that, there is another good phrase, which is this one, for meeting new people. So say you meet this really hot guy or hot girl, yeah, and you want to hit it off. So you should definitely try this line. Okay, I guarantee you, no matter how bad your Korean is, if you can pull this line off, it's gonna set the bar. So okay, let's read this one. Okay, do you still remember what it means? No? Okay, let's go. Okay, what is this? Is a b or p sound. B or p. Okay, like a horns, bull. Okay, and this one is a. This one is the n sound. Okay, what is this one? So this is like a pan sound. Pan. Okay, hence the hot cross buns. Okay, and this is the G or the K sound. G or K. Okay, and then an A, and again with the bull. Alright, so this one, in this case, it's the K sound. So this is a cup. See, sipping from a little cup of tea. Yeah. Okay. Alright, this one, what's this? This is a S sound. And this is the straight horizontal line is a U sound. U. Alright, and again, this is this symbol, just a little bit shorter. So it looks like a bowl of soup. Soup. Yeah, chicken, carrot, soup. Okay, and then the L, which is an N sound, ni, and da. Okay, let's put it together. 반갑습니다. 반갑습니다. Okay, what does that mean? It means nice to meet you. See, it's perfect. Great way to start the conversation with someone new. Okay, 반갑습니다. Nice to meet you. And like I mentioned yesterday, in Korean they don't usually say you, but what they do say is they have a special form of addressing people depending on their gender and their age, which I find a little dangerous sometimes, because especially with Asian people, don't you think that sometimes it's hard to tell their age? Like, ooh, if I'm like 30 and there's this other person who looks roughly 30, could be 35, maybe even 40, but there's a gray area. So if I were to address them as older than me and they're not, would they get offended? It's touchy subject. I don't know how they do it, but yes, they have lots of different terms that they will use for especially for the ones for the elders, you know, to honor them. Okay. All right. But yes, we'll talk more about that in later sessions. Okay. So for today, just remember, 반갑습니다. Nice to meet you. Okay. All right. Now let's move along to the kitty cat fact. Ooh, look at that! Ah, look at that cat staring at that juicy looking piece of salmon. Raw salmon. Yes. Did you know that you shouldn't feed your cats raw fish? Yes. No, seriously. No. Like, yes, cats will eat it for sure. I mean, really, if you give them, you know, if you give an animal something juicy and tasty, of course, yeah, they're gonna eat it. But it's actually not part of their natural diet. Because actually, have you ever thought about this? How would a cat catch a fish in the wild? Have you seen cats in water? They're not very good. Okay, and even if they did swim, you know, I don't think they're built for catching fish. I mean, you know, most mammals are pretty catching fish. You know, maybe grizzlies. Yeah, bears literally just like grab them with the hands. You know, but cats can't do that. So yes, no, cats don't actually, you know, eat fish, and definitely should not be eating raw fish. Okay, because fish presents a number of hazards. So firstly, the bones. Okay, the bones are gonna get stuck. I mean, look, even we have trouble with fish bones, you know, because they're sharp, and thin, they get lodged in annoying places. Okay, so cats, you know, they probably chew even less than us. So bones, bad news. So you definitely want to get rid of the bones firstly. Secondly, parasites. Okay, all these like gross things that, you know, live in the fishes, you know, like nematodes, worms and whatnot. They're gonna get passed on to your cat. Okay. And thirdly, a little bit technical but also relevant, raw fish has a certain enzyme that breaks down vitamin B1, which is thiamine. Okay, and so if you feed your cat too much fish and they get too much of this enzyme that is in the raw fish, they won't have enough vitamin B1, and vitamin B1 deficiency leads to symptoms that are very similar to like anorexia. So your cat will be will get ill. Okay, so firstly, if you're going to give your cat fish, give them cooked fish. Okay, number one. Number two, don't give them fish too often. Use it as like a treat. Okay, and also avoid tuna and fish that's swimming in oil. Too oily, not good. Cats can get pansteatitis, also known as yellow fat disease. Sounds attractive, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, so yep, there you go. Oh my goodness, what is this? What? Yeah, I don't even know. But there is a whole collection of them, and there's more. My God. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Some cat sushi for you. Okay, moving along. Let's talk about food. Oh, look at this guy. Nom 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 nom. Isn't this like the greatest loop ever? He's just not getting anywhere with that little leafy bit. Okay, so rabbits, as you know, their diet consists of non-meat things, which makes them a herbivore. Okay, so what they do is they eat grass and hay and clovers. Okay, so they eat a lot of green leafy stuff, pretty much. Okay, they also tend to eat cruciferous. Oh my goodness, cruciferous vegetables. Sorry, like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Okay, and they eat other things like fruits and seeds and, you know, a little bit of roots and tree barks. Now you will notice that I did not say the word carrots. Yes. Okay, because little known fact. Okay, well, it's not that little known, but you know, most people are still relatively unaware of it on some level. Carrots are not actually part of a rabbit's normal diet. Okay, because a carrot is a root vegetable. It's in the ground, so rabbits they can, but they don't usually eat stuff below ground. Okay, so another issue is that carrots are they're like fruits. They're high in sugars, which is actually not that good for rabbits. Okay, rabbits eat like like they're like cows. They want mostly stuff that's not that high in nutritional value. Now it's just high fiber stuff, right? Carrots like fruit. It's like purely a lot of sugar there. All right. Even though you may not find carrots sweet, but rabbits do because they're chock full of sugar. Look at this guy. Just munch. Yeah. So you can still give the rabbits carrots, and they will eat them. But just do it in small doses. Okay. Give them a treat. Okay. Oh man, all this food talks get me hungry. Speaking of which, you guys know, right? They're called off the Ramadan bazaars because of this whole COVID-19 business, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So I don't know. Let me know if you're how you feel about this lack of Ramadan wholesome foodness. But on the bright side, they are coming up with lots of new ways to have this food fiesta. Okay, so the three methods that the government is proposing is number one, drive-through. Okay, you just go and drive through and pick up your food and go. And number two is you pack it and you pick it. It's called pack and pick. So obviously it's like bungkus. You put the things in the containers. You come along, you pay, you take it, you go. Okay, you don't stay and eat. Okay, and number three is of course e-hailing. Those ordering online, which is becoming quite popular now. So yes, if you want to get your food available for the Ramadan season, you probably want to start looking to get your food up on one of the online platforms so people can start pre-ordering and you can start preparing. And hopefully this movement control order doesn't get extended anymore, because we're already a good way into April now. Yeah, it's a bit of a bother. Bother. But yes, I hope you guys are doing well, hanging in there. Yeah. Tomorrow I might get a guest. You wanna come on, LSP? Oh yeah, totally, yeah. I'll be the best host ever. Yeah, okay. Yes. Right. I will leave you guys with that. Before LSP goes mad. Oh no, mad. Okay. Yep. So take care. Stay safe. And let me know any other topics you want me to research and regurgitate for you. But I'm enjoying this learning. I am. Alright, I'm gonna have myself some tea. Okay. No, I'm not going to the toilet. Okay, it's my cup. What, you guys still here? Come on, man. I'm done. Good. Bye bye. Good. Right, it's good. Let's get that. I'm just gonna sip my tea.